back up each other. Yeah, you cover the back of the other. And well, okay, remember the two important topics that we are describing today will be articles, okay, something very, very simple, and passive voice. Passive voice, well, it is not exactly that simple, but you already have a reference because I think we saw it the beginning, at least the beginning, then in level 3, something like that. Now we will be using slightly more complex structures for passive voice, but okay. Well, and so let's begin. One little comment. In order for us to go into passive voice, remember that it's strictly necessary those verbs in past participle. If your verbs are not in past participle, then working with passive voice is hell. So make sure you have either a verb list at hand or you know the verbs really well. Otherwise, we will have lots of problems with passive voice. Okay, but let us begin by articles because this is something new for us. All right, as everybody knows, we have 3 articles. We have, 3 articles. We have definite articles. We have indefinite articles. Indefinite articles. And the one that everybody knows as the zero article. Okay, let me begin by the zero article, which is probably the most difficult of the 3. It's the easiest, but in the end, okay, it turns out to be the most difficult one. Okay, the zero article is when we are not using any article. So this is simply, I suppose everybody has always heard, oh yes, I like coffee. Some people say, I like coffee. And some other people probably say, I like the coffee. Okay, I like the coffee by the students. I like coffee by teachers. And then probably the teacher says, I like coffee. And then you insist, I like the coffee. I like coffee. I like the coffee. Why does the teacher refuse to not to use the article? Well, precisely because this is the problem, the article. Or for example, if I say, well, mom likes flowers, or mom likes the flowers. So which one is correct? In the end, mom likes flowers or mom likes the flowers? Well, both sentences are correct. It depends on the context we are in. For example, when you say, I like coffee, you're speaking, in general. So you are not specifying which kind of coffee you are talking about. So if I drink coffee, I will simply say, I like coffee. I won't say I like the coffee because I like the coffee is too specific. This is in general. I like coffee here. I like coffee there in 100% natural. I like coffee there in Bibs. I like coffee wherever. I like coffee. Now, what happens when I say, I like the coffee? Okay, then I am more specific. I like the coffee that I prepare myself. So in that case, the coffee becomes more specific. When you say, I like the coffee in Bibs, okay, specifically the coffee which is prepared in Bibs. You see, this is in general. I like coffee. And this is more specific. I like the coffee in Bibs. Is everybody following me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Mom likes flowers or mom likes the flowers. Okay. In general, mom likes flowers. It doesn't matter if they are daisies, sunflowers, roses, lilies, whatever they are. But mom likes flowers. Now, mom likes the flowers. Probably mom likes the flowers that grow. So you see, this is a relative clause. That grow in grandma's garden. So specifically, the flowers that grandma grows in her garden are the kind of flowers that my mom really likes. But if I mean in general, mom likes flowers, no articles. Article when I am more specific. Mom likes the flowers that grow in my grandma's garden, not any other. Okay, one more. When you say love or the love. So when we begin the sentence with article or no article, okay? Originally, you should begin the sentence with no article. So that is why we call it zero article, because the article is not there. In this, when I am in the classroom, I usually put, this kind of symbol. Let me see if it's possible for you to see the board which is here behind me. Okay, this one. This is the symbol that I usually use in the classroom when I am referring to the zero article, not because we are talking about non-existence, so you leave it in blank. No, you put the zero article just to make the reference that there is no need to use an article. Well, okay, when you are beginning the sentence, you use no article. Love is in the air, like the song, okay? But you don't say the love, you say love. Love is in the air. When do you probably say the love? Okay? The love that I feel for you is so deep. No Depp. Johnny Depp. This is deep. No Johnny Depp. No. Porque no es Johnny Profundo. Well, okay, that is a different story. And okay, love is in the air, right? So this is in general. Love is a wonderful feeling. Okay, love is a wonderful feeling. Okay, so you see, no article, zero. But if I say the love, okay, I am becoming more specific. The love that I feel for you is so deep. And here is the article. So far, so good?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, Bruno, tell me, what would you probably say? I like tea, or I like the tea. Which of these two sentences, Bruno, would you say? The first one or the second one?
I will say the first one.
Right, very good. Right, Bruno would say this one. I like tea. Now, it's different if he wants to be more specific and says, yes, but you know what? The tea that I drank last night. Okay, the tea that I drank last night. In that case, he is being more specific. The tea that he drank, specifically. That tea. The tea that he drank last night, let's suppose, was really good. Okay. Was really good. You see what I mean? Really good. Okay. Thank you, Bruno. Good choice.
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Did you know that you are a very good student, Bruno? Well, I don't know if any other teacher had told you that.
No, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, but you are a very good student, and I am very proud of having good.
Thank you, teacher. I appreciate that.
Like Ana Jose and things like. So I like when my students are really good. Most of the times they are good. I don't know why. Probably because teacher likes students. Well, okay, and very modest. All right, so is everybody following me? This is what the zero article is. When you use no article. So, because the article may change, may change the sentence, or may give you a completely different meaning. For example, kids, what would you say? I like, let me choose a victim. Who is there? Roberto. Not Robert, Roberto. Roberto. Roberto.
Me, teacher?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, Roberto Sanchez, I was going to say. Okay, Roberto, what would it be your sentence? I like, what is my mouse? Okay, I like English or I like the English. What would you say?
I like the English.
Okay.
I like the English class.
Yeah, but I don't want, I don't have class here. I only have English. So,
Okay, I like English.
okay, this one, the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask one of the girls. Let me see. Yancy, are you there? Yancy?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yancy, what would you say? I like English or I like the English?
I like English.
Okay, you too, in this one, right? Okay, yes, it's true. I like English. Because if you say, I like, thank you. Because if you say, I like the English, then you say, me gustan los ingleses. Eso es lo que están diciendo. I like the English. And if you say, I like English, me están diciendo que lo que les gusta es la materia. I like English. Yeah. Now it's different. Just as Roberto said, I like the English class. Ah, bueno, ok, ahí sí ya específicamente, entonces sí le agregamos con más ganas el artículo porque dice the English class. But if we simply have this one, I like English, right? The same happens if you say, she likes French, okay? Or she likes the French. Observe the context. She likes the French, le gustan los franceses, pero se refiere a las personas. She likes French, le gusta el francés, el idioma. Yes, is everybody following me? You see that there is a difference?
Yes, teacher.
Well, so this is what we call zero article. When you don't use and then you use this symbol instead. Okay, what about definite and indefinite articles? Okay, everybody knows, because I'm pretty sure that everybody knows, that the articles that we have in English is and obviously the article da. Well, okay, we usually call article da definite because it's defining, because it really mentions which one. And we usually call an indefinite because they are more general, because they are not as specific as article that is. Let me tell you, if we say, we went to a restaurant last night. Okay, if you say, we went to a restaurant last night, we probably say, really? Which restaurant? In this one, you are not specifying which restaurant you went. Probably the listener and the speaker don't know, I mean, mostly the listener. The listener probably doesn't know who, which restaurant the speaker is talking about, because he simply says, we went to a restaurant. Okay, but which one? Oh, well, I don't know, but we went to a restaurant. Okay, but if you say, you know what? We went to the restaurant on Paseo de Montejo Avenue. Okay, if you say, we went to the restaurant on Paseo de Montejo Avenue, both the speaker and the listener probably know which restaurant he is referring to. because you say the restaurant, which is specifically on Paseo de Montejo. So both of you have a reference, unlike this, where there is no reference at all. So we went to a restaurant. Really? Which one? I don't know, but we went to a restaurant. I can't remember the name. Okay, a restaurant. So in this case, this is indefinite because you are not defining which restaurant it is. In this one, yes, you are being more specific. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, what about these two? Remember that here, these two articles depend on the next word. For example, if my next word begins with consonant, then I will have to use article a. But if my next word begins with vowel or with a vowel sound, then I will have to use an. For example, if you say, my grandparents live island. So what would you use, a or an?
And Laura said.
Okay, we will use an because this begins with a vowel. That is why. Probably if it's a consonant, then I will have to use a. Now, what happens when we have certain letters of the alphabet which are probably with a different sound? What do I mean? Let's suppose that I say Spain is country. Okay, tell me, what would you use there, a or an? Anybody?
A.
No. Okay, which one? A? Would you?
An.
Okay, apparently it should be an because you know this is a vowel. And the rule says when the next word begins with vowel, you have to use an. And yes, it's true. But in this particular case, we will also consider the sound, not only the spelling, but also the sound. And because of the sound says European, you. It sounds as if it were a consonant, you. European. Okay, so that is why we will say a European country. Now, Juan Carlos, observe the other one. Honest. In this case, apparently, the word begins with consonant because you have H, and you know that H, for example, if we say house, so house sounds like a consonant. But in this particular case, again, this is not a normal consonant. Listen to the sound, Juan Carlos. Honest. Honest. Does it sound like a consonant?
No.
It sounds like a vowel. So we will say an. Okay, he is such an honest man. Yes, did everybody see why? ¿Sí se fijó todo el mundo por qué? ¿Y qué fue lo que hice?
You repeated why is an A in European country.
Oh. Okay. Originally, remember that the rule says every single time the word begins with consonant, let me put it somewhere here. Okay, every single time that the next word begins with consonant, the rule says, okay, what would be a consonant? For example, if we say boy, car, deer, etc. Well, so these are consonants, all right? When the word begins with a consonant, your article will be a. So you will say a boy, a car, a deer, etc. Okay. But when the next word begins with a vowel, in that case, it will be necessary to use an. And so we will say an Indian boy, for example, and an orgy party, an orgy party. And okay, the example will be censored. And, for example. Okay, yes, is everybody following me? Why? Because the next word begins with vowel. But what happens when we have a consonant that sounds like a vowel or a vowel that sounds like a consonant? In that case, we need to consider the sound, not the spelling. What do I mean? For example, this one, everybody knows what it is. Well, because it is a vowel, I should use this one. Got it? But the sound of this letter of the alphabet here will be U, USB, as if it were like this, USB. So precisely, I will be using a USB because of the sound, not because of the spelling, the sound. Yes?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Oh. Well, but we were talking about definite or indefinite. That is important for us. And if we are contrasting articles and versus articles that, well, okay. Well, in terms of pronunciation, this article obeys to the same rule. Every single time you have a consonant here, you will say the. Every single time you have a vowel here, you will say the. That is the pronunciation of this article. So that is why you probably hear that some people say the, some other people say the, because it's the same variation. The with the consonants, the with the vowels. Exactly the same as this. Yes? Any questions?
No, teacher.
No? Are you sure? So we can have an exercise about this. Well, so in that case, let us have an exercise. An exercise about this. Okay. Is it possible for everyone to visualize the screen?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Remember, this mini exercise is for us to identify articles. Articles.
Miss,
Yes, dear.
tenía mi micrófono abierto, perdón. No me había dado cuenta.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. I didn't notice anything. Anything as usual. Okay. And so let us try to complete the exercise with one of those articles. Okay. All right. So in this mini exercise, we will be checking a, and, or da. Think about it. Let me give you 1 minute for you to analyze and tell me, what would you use, a or an?
I don't like meat that's mentioned.
Okay, Diego, would you like to do the first one?
I don't like meat that is vegetarian.
Okay, so that is why.
That is why.
That is one. Okay, so this is zero article, right?
Right.
Okay. Any volunteer with B? Thank you. Yeah. Any volunteer with B?
My teacher.
Yes, Bruno.
She lives in a small house near the river.
Okay. All right. C. C.
The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world.
Okay. Next one.
I am reading very good book about aliens.
Okay, so no article?
No.
Okay. And E, please. E?
Would you like some milk? No thanks, I hate milk.
Thank you. And the last one, please. Anybody?
The life is one of the greatest mysteries.
Okay, so I put the life. Okay,
And roses in the garden are so beautiful.
all right. Again, article that?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Well, let us check the answers, please. Let us begin by letters F and G. Remember that when we are speaking in general, so we use no article. So in this case, this one is not applicable, and this one isn't either. Okay, so this is life, because this is life in general, and this is, oh yes, no, this one is correct. Sorry, it was my mistake. Okay, the roses in the garden. Yes, that's right. Because specifically the roses in the garden. Okay, letter E, correct. Letter D, okay. I am reading very good, yes, but how many? Only one. Okay, so I'm reading a very good book about aliens. And so you see, aliens, no article. Now the aliens that we are, okay, that's a different story, but this is aliens. C, the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. Let me tell you one little detail about this dam. When we are talking about elements that are unique, you know that there is only one in existence. Yes, in that case, we need to use that. For example, you say the sun, the moon, the sea, the planet, the solar system, what else? The galaxy, okay. The Milky Way, la Vía Láctea, okay. In that case, yes, we use that because it's only one in its category. Got it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Okay. Well, and so she lives in a small house near the river, that's fine, and I don't like meat. Yes, that is why I am a vegetarian. Okay. Well, so you see, this is the way we use those three articles. And now we will probably, is it okay if I remove the screen?
It's okay, Miss.
Yes. So we can go into the book. And then let me see what we can do. For the book. Yes, we are correct. Okay, in this one. Then let me see if we have, okay. This is passives. And this is articles. Okay. Well, and then these articles, remember, okay, I have already explained everything about them. And here you can see that they are referring to the and the zero article, because that officially that is the name, the zero article. When we are talking about something in general, this is when the zero article comes up.
Miss, dice Robert que le está fallando el internet por si le habla y no contesta porque está lloviendo.
Okay, muy bien, claro que sí. Thank you. And well, later on we will do this analysis. You see, in this analysis, this is just for us to identify if it's one or the other. All right, let us take a look at this exercise and let us try to come
Teacher,
up. Yes, dear.
no está compartiendo nada.
Ay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. What is it? Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Can everybody see?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so here is the articles that I was telling you. Here is, for example, the explanation, which one we use when we talk about something in general, etc., etc. Okay. And then here you can see the names again. A and the and the zero article. So you see the zero article is the official name, not exactly because there is no article. Okay, we will leave it in blank. No. En un examen, chicos, tienen que tener mucho cuidado cuando les evalúen el zero article, porque les pondrán así como esta, a, and, the, y el zero article, y les van a poner entre paréntesis. O les ponen este símbolo, o les ponen ese paréntesis con una rayita en medio. ¿Por qué? Porque no se trata de que lo dejan en blanco, se trata de que distingan y usen si verdaderamente lleva el artículo o no. Si ustedes en un examen el espacio del zero article lo dejan en blanco, se los van a tachar. ¿Por qué se los van a tachar? Porque lo primero que el maestro ve es, muy bien, no sabe cómo distinguirlo. Listo, por eso lo dejo en blanco. Entonces, para evitar esos errores, es que se puso que tiene un símbolo como este o como ese. De tal manera que cuando están haciendo el examen, si ocupan el zero article, pues lo ponen. Y con eso, quien lo califica se da cuenta que sí saben ustedes de la existencia del zero article. ¿Correcto?
O sea, es poner como los paréntesis.
Yo usualmente, Juan, el más para mí, a lo mejor aquí por el libro lo pone así porque no tiene la opción de tener, pero este cero, ya ves que tú creo que se ocupa en matemáticas, no me creas, en algún lado, en el que pones el cero y lo rayas en medio.
Sí, mis.
Sí, digo, matemáticas yo no sé mucho, pero parece que lo he visto en matemáticas. Y es cuando quieres decir que así como que no contiene, como que no hay nada, como que punto. Bueno, entonces ese mismo símbolo se usa. Y les digo, si ustedes están haciendo un examen y te dicen, haz de cuenta como la instrucción de aquí, complete the sentences with the correct article, a, and the zero article, y te van a mencionar zero article, así tal cual. Entonces, si tú dices, bueno, pues es que el zero article pues es la existencia del no article. Pues lo dejo en blanco. Sí, pero si lo dejas en blanco te lo van a tachar. ¿Por qué? Porque quien lo califique de maestro va a decir, mira, lo dejo en blanco. Entonces no sabe quién es, no sabe qué artículo va a llevar. Y tú dices, no, sí, pero yo sé que lleva el zero article. Muy bien, entonces ponle el símbolo, es lo que te van a decir. Y le tienes que poner el símbolo. Si no se lo pones, automáticamente está tachado. ¿Listo? Y así lo vamos a hacer en el examen. Cuando tú presentes ese ejercicio, igual te tienes que acordar de que le vas a poner algo ahí. En este caso, a lo mejor ahorita este es más fácil. Bueno, ok, pero oficialmente este es el símbolo de él. Yes?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Thank you, Nancy. ¿Sí? ¿Y para Juan también? ¿Sí?
Sí, mis.
Okay. And these are top saving tips. Well, let me give you 1 minute for you to analyze the whole exercise, and then you will tell me if it used a, and, the, or zero. ¿Listo? Lo van a poder observar 1 minutito. Thank you. There is no coffee. It ran out. Se acabó. Are we ready? Is that okay? Well, let us check. Only one thing, remember, when you are using that, it's because you are more specific. When you are using a and, it's because they are more in general. Be very careful with that little detail. Okay? I need 8 volunteers, please. 8 volunteers.
Me, teacher.
Okay. Well, listen carefully. 8 volunteers. All right, Bruno, you will read here, and then there on the chat, you will simply put number 1 and the article. Only the article. Is that okay? But first here.
Yeah.
Come on, Bruno, you begin.
Save your small change in a jar.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, in a jar. Because which jar? You don't know.
No.
Pues
So I
guárdalo en,
put it on the chat. I still have to put it.
Yes, just put number 1, A. Thank you. Number 2, any volunteer? Thank you, Bruno. That's so kind.
Me?
All right.
I'm not sure about it, but unplug electrical appliances when you're not using them. The zero article. I said.
No, I'm afraid in this case, Ana Jose, yes, you will say the electrical appliances. Which ones? The ones that you have in your house.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so number 2. Yes, just put number 2, that.
Okay.
3, anybody? Anybody? Number 3?
Miss, yo creo que en el 3, ¿verdad?
Yes.
O sea, no va ningún article.
Just 0.
Yeah, I think it's 0.
Okay. Well, read it, please.
And don't get buy products that are close to their sell-by date.
Okay. Then, Yancy, please, on the chat, just put 3 and then le pones puras rayitas así despacio. Ya ves cómo está en la tecla.
Okay.
Please. 4.
Okay. Credit card, if you have one, cut it up.
Okay, very nice. 4. 5.
Compare the prices before you buy an expensive item.
Okay. An expensive item, that's fine. Now compare the prices. Well, I would say compare the prices of those products, okay, of those products that you are checking. Except if we are speaking in general, okay, compare prices before you buy. But in this case, an expensive item, I'm pretty sure that is, yes, compare the prices. Okay, let's see what happens. Please, Jose Eduardo, 4 and 5. Anybody with 6? Anybody with 6? Any others? 1, 2, 3, 4 people, only 4 people in this class today?
I think it's keep a recipients and add up an amount of money.
Okay, but check this. Receive is plural. So keep no.
It's 0.
I would say that. Keep the receipts of what you buy. I mean, and is not applicable here because this is plural. So we need only the 0 article or that. And I would use that.
Keep
The
the
receipts.
receipts.
Receipts. And add up the amount of money you spend every day. Yes, it's okay. 7. Anybody? So take the lunch or take lunch? What do you think? Take lunch or take the lunch?
Take lunch.
I would say take lunch. That's right. From home instead of
Buying sandwiches or snacks.
Correct. Remember that instead of is followed by gerund. Look, buying. Now, sandwiches in general, no article. Snacks in general, no article. And the last one, please. The last one, please.
Don't buy books, borrow them from the library.
But which library?
Okay, sería A, from a library.
Okay, don't buy books is perfect. Borrow them from a library. Well, let's suppose if we are speaking in general, then which is. Now, if you already know, let's suppose that you are at the university and then you says, hey, Lily, don't buy books, borrow them from the library, but the library which is here, you know? But in general, if it's, well, okay, don't buy books, borrow them from a library. And okay, so both are correct, but just remember that the context in which you are may be different.
Okay, Miss, okay.
Yes. Well, let us open the exercise and let us check our answers. And this is, remember, Ramon says, Bruno says, in a jar. O sea, tú guárdalo en un frasco. ¿Cuál? Pues no sé el que sea, pero en un frasco. Okay, unplug. And electrical appliances, or yes, we said the electrical appliances we have in the house, okay, and in general. Y creo que esta sí había sido tu primera respuesta, ¿verdad? In general, no article.
For me?
No me acuerdo quién hizo la 2.
Ana José.
Ok, yo. Ana José, ¿verdad? Y mira, si era buena tu percepción. Unplug electrical appliances, so in general. Now, when you are specifically in the house, yes, unplug the general, the appliances in your house. Yes, it's correct. Okay, that's good. Eso es para que vean, chicos, que la teacher no se sabe los ejercicios de memoria. Okay, buy products in general that are close to their sell-by date. Okay, 4. And this is what Jose Eduardo said, a credit card. 5, compare prices. So this is in general, or maybe the prices of the products you are buying. And 5, an expensive item. Okay, 6. And so keep receipts, or probably keep the receipts of the products and add up the amount of money you spend every day. Okay, 7, take lunch, 0 article. From home instead of buying sandwiches or snacks. Very good. And don't buy books. Borrow them from the library. Okay. Yes, is that okay?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Well, remember that this exercise is taken from page 108. Page 108. Well, any questions so far? Shall we continue with the passive voice?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Well, listen carefully. This time, when we are checking, let me just share this. When we are checking passive voice, I insist it will be necessary for you to know all of those verbs in past participle. In this class, we won't spend time checking passive voice, like the one that you saw in level 3. In level 3, you probably remember that you change different sentences from active to passive, but this is what you did there in level 3.